The New England Patriots just made some shocking moves no one saw coming. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. Guys, listen, 53-man roster drop. We got to talk about it. Hit the like button. The season's around the corner. We're making our way to 10,000. So, listen, I did not see this coming. Laugh at me all you want. I don't care. I'm going to skip all the way to the 53-man roster. Two position groups we really need to jump into. First, wide receivers. A lot of people said, listen, 6 to 7 wide receivers. If you're a teenage boy, there's a joke you'd make there, but I'm not going to make that joke. It's not inappropriate. It's just very stupid. Anyways, that's beside the point. 6 to 7. They end up taking 8. The two shocking players, Javon Baker, Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne, a veteran, has proven himself, was benched last year, but has proved himself in the past to be reliable. I think he is a great leader along with Hollins, along with Diggs, and others in this wide receiver room. And clearly, this franchise wants him to be a part of this rebuild. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought if they couldn't trade him, they would probably try to just part ways with him. But again, they see value in him. They kept him. Good move by the Patriots. Next up, Javon Baker, another player from the 2024 draft class. Not an ideal draft class. We talked about it yesterday. It is very possible that Drake May was the only one on this 53-man roster that was from that draft class. Javon Baker, though, as of recently, special teams guy, really contributed, showed he is worth it. And I think this organization sees, hey, not only can he do this on special teams, but as well, we still see the potential at wide receiver. Because my argument has been, listen, if he's just a good special teams player, they're not going to keep him just for that. They would probably try to find someone who's a little more versatile than Javon Baker. But they still see skills, potential at wide receiver. Did not see that coming. I thought they were going to keep potentially one, maybe drop both, who knows, but they keep 8. What are your thoughts? Comment below. 8 wide receivers on the New England Patriots 53-man roster. What are your thoughts? I don't think it's a bad thing. A position group that last year obviously struggled. There was issues. Depth is a good thing at this position. It's not a bad thing. And we also got to look, Stephon Diggs, he's older, coming off an ACL injury. Kendrick Bourne, older, all right, has had nagging injuries. Mac Hollins, technically older. So you have some older players, some veterans, and you have some younger players. Depth is not a bad thing. More players at this position, not a bad thing. Other thing we need to really talk about, we need to dive into. And I will say this, I forgot to say this. Thornton, who was dropped from the Patriots last year, somehow, some way made the 53-man rosters for the Chiefs. So just expect him, I guess, apparently to ball out. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I digress on that. We need to jump to offensive line. Another thing I did not see coming was Caden Wallace making the team. In Cole Strange, absolutely just dropping off the mat. So long, former first rounder, so long, relic from the Belichick era. Best of luck. I truly think Cole Strange will land on his feet. I think he will. I do think he'll find a job somewhere because I think there's some other offensive lines that are rough out there. The Patriots, the line's getting better. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that you have to drop. It's unfortunate that you wasted a pick on Cole Strange, who in all reality at best should have been a third rounder, and you ended up wasting a first round pick on him. But it is what it is. But you look at this offensive line, Patriots obviously value Ben Brown, who was picked up, played guard and center. Bryant, who is a huge draft pick, I think sleeper when he got drafted. He played that left side for the Missouri Tigers in the SEC. And so on the other side of Membu, who is right tackle. Will Campbell, obviously. For Darian Lowe, a lot of people weren't sure if he was going to make the team. Him and Bryant, as well as Wallace, all make the team. Players that I think a lot of people were kind of not necessarily sure about as of late, definitely with Wallace and Lowe. But a name you don't see on there, and I want to jump over to this real quick, so these are the players currently released that were released within the day. Jacobs. if you remember, Jacobs was a big pickup from the Broncos. The Broncos waived him. Released him. We're hoping they could bring him back on to that he would clear waivers, throw him on their practice squad, and the Patriots said no, we're going to take him. And he had some decent games. I think now the Patriots are going to be in the same situation with him. They're hoping they're going to be able to pick him up, throw him on the practice squad. We will see what happens. But again, you see him. That's why I highlighted him. Wanted to talk about him as well as Cole Strange. Crazy drops. It shouldn't necessarily be a surprise, but it is crazy to think when it actually happens. Like, wow, they dropped a first rounder. It's bless me. Allergy season. I'm taking 2 allergy pills a night, just trying to keep them at bay. But we go back to the 53-man roster. So offensive line, we've asked this question. What are your thoughts on the wide receivers and them keeping 8? First question. Second question, what's your thought on the offensive line, keeping Caden Wallace specifically? What are your thoughts on that? Again, they see something in him. He can play guard, he can play tackle. That's pretty versatile for a lot of positions. So what are for a lot of linemen, a lot of times you see more the interior where they can play center and guard. What do you think about Caden Wallace? Comment below. Would love to hear you there. Now, I forgot to mention this. Wide receiver, Efton Chisholm obviously makes the team, but I had to throw that in there. Awesome for him. Just cool story. And I want to be able to say, I know I'm flying around a lot, but I want to be able to say when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And the reason I bring that up is the first player on this list I have highlighted, CJ Dupree. I said weeks ago, probably months ago, that he was a lock to make the team. I thought he was. And I was wrong. And I looked well past Efton Chisholm. And the reason I did was because I assumed, they got Pop Douglas. They got these other guys. He's probably not going to make the team. Not going to make the team. Shame on me. I'll admit when I was wrong. It takes a man to admit they're wrong. I was wrong on that. But Dupree, not what they're looking for, what McDaniel's looking for. You look at Jack Westover can play fullback as well, so that's a huge bonus for him moving forward. So again, makes sense. I get it. So what are your thoughts? Efton Chisholm, you got anything on that? Throw it out there. I know you guys are all pumped. Big EC3 guys. Big. So as well, another big story we got to jump into is Kyle Duggar. Fat extension. A lot of people were like, could he be cut? Apparently they were struggling trying to trade him. He's on the team. They got to find something for him. They will find something for him. I think they'll figure it out. He still can get traded. That's not out of the question. But moving forward, it's going to be interesting to see the whole Kyle Duggar saga. We'll see what happens. What do you think happens? Comment below. As well, linebacker, I want to throw in Elijah Ponder. Absolute undrafted free agent. Another FCS guy like Efton Chisholm. Cool to see him make the team. Again, as of late, a player that, in all reality, I think a lot of people just wrote off when he was picked up. The coaches praised him, his athletic ability, his ability to learn. I'm excited to see the potential Ponder has. And I think people will be surprised. Again, Jennings as well on the team. A lot of people thought, could he be traded? Could he be cut? Who knows? We'll see. We will see. So looking at this, I think as I said, there are things that I did not see coming. I'm surprised, specifically wide receivers. And then there was other things like, hey, Cole Strange, I saw him being cut, but I didn't think they'd keep Caden Wallace. So there's kind of these give and takes. I wasn't sure in certain situations. So comment below. Tell me what you think about all those different things. Tavai going to the injured reserve, obviously, as well as Polk. We know Larison, Dial, Layden Robinson. Layden Robinson and Prince specifically, those are the guys who are waived. If they don't get waived, they're back on the injured reserve, and they got to figure that all out. All that. That's why I don't do that job. No. High school PE, I love what I do. But as well, I just want to jump back over to the released one. And two other things we really got to talk about. One, Parker Romo gone. Andy Borgalis is the kicker for the New England Patriots. We need to say Parker Romo in training camp had a better kicking percentage. But the New England Patriots saw Borgalis, obviously drafting him, as their future. I think it needs to be said that we can't expect the kicking game to be perfect. Hopefully it's an upgrade from Joey Slye. Joey Slye had some rough games last year. But Andy Borgalis, kicker for the Patriots. Again, I think there's a lot of people on their 53-man rosters that could go back and forth on either Romo or Borgalis. They went with the young guy. They went with the guy they believe that they want to rebuild this team with. And I'm excited going forward. He has a lot of potential. His last year at Miami, gosh, he was lights out. Lights out. I think it was his last year or second to last year, one of the two. But regardless, they were both great years. So don't expect him to go in and be Adam Vinatieri, some unreal kicker. We can't expect that. So there might be some growing pains there. But excited for it, excited for the future with Borgalis. And he's going to be learning quick. He's going to be learning quick in the big league. As well, Braden Swinson, gone. Another guy I think they're going to try to bring back around, as well as probably Romo and Jacobs, and probably Giles, possibly Webb, and throw him on the practice squad if they clear waivers. Swinson, though, a guy out of LSU that at first I was very high on. But then again, you have people coming in like Ponder, Chase On, big pickup, had a great year with the Raiders last year. So him, and then obviously you're competing with Jennings as well. It's tough. It's tough. And so when we look at it, Swinson, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him, but I think he finds his way onto the Patriots practice squad. It's my thought. That's my gut feeling. So this is what I want you to do, Patriots Nation. I know I threw a lot out at you, but of all the things, whether we're talking wide receiver, whether we're talking offensive line, whether we're talking linebackers, Ponder, Eftim, Chisholm, Duggar, whatever it might be, what was the thing that you didn't necessarily see coming, what surprised you? Again, I will tell you the wide receiver room being 8 players really surprised me. Elijah Ponder, I think a lot of people might say that. But again, the past couple weeks, guys shown a lot. So it doesn't scratch I'm not scratching my head. Or I guess I didn't see that. I saw it coming. I assumed it was going to happen. I shouldn't say scratching my head. So comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Excited. As we make cuts today, it only means we're closer to football. So do me a favor. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. Again, we're climbing to 10,000. You guys rock. I appreciate every single one of you. Tell me your thoughts on the 53-man roster, and we will talk soon. I hope to comment on everyone's comments today. And just have a great day. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Go Pats. Peace.